You know, hopefully it doesn't, you know, make them soft and feel like they're gonna steamroll over, and then you know it might you know, lure them into a false sense of
Right, right.
security, make a bunch of mistakes. But that said, we're going to be going live here with this first mid. Does look like Cutix still rocking those quickies. Going to be doing a lot of damage to Brown Sugar, almost finding the kill instantly, and some damage coming off onto Metamok as well. Does look like we're going to be seeing a high bomb coming in for Smokey. He's going to be landing straight into Saw. Is going to find 2 picks for his trouble with the help of Brown Sugar. He's going to find AT, but it's going to be a lot of players dying on the side of ASD as their med does go down. Metamok here no longer able to get that Uber up, and it is going to be the med on the side of CouldaBeenRecords surviving while giving up that mid. Definitely a worthwhile trade here.
Very much so. I mean, good aggression from the side of Team ASD there, pushing CouldaBeenRecords team out of mid, but CouldaBeenRecords responding with a med pick there. It's pretty much all they need to find a retake onto mid here. And as they get ready to walk in, most likely looks like they're going to elect to go through Saw, keeping an eye on those traps. It doesn't look like they catch the one on the pole. They get it at the very last second.
They don't
how
see
they're going to be walking out.
There,
oh my goodness, they're playing a little bit dangerous here as the soldier goes in for the bomb. Soon, not able to find any damage, not enough to get a force. And as CouldaBeenRecords makes their way onto mid here, they're able to keep their Uber as it evens up, and looks like they're going to keep that momentum as they walk through lower. Team ASD just kind of playing the point, getting ready for this bomb. They're getting ready to go for an exchange here, most likely. Force does come out from the side of Team ASD. Uber is a little bit earlier, so CouldaBeenRecords does have a chance here. Unfortunately, Cutix finding the kill on Grazy is going to be bad for CouldaBeenRecords. Not going to have a demo for this exchange.
Oh
my goodness!
Down with himself
no,
as well.
And so much damage going out, and then Metamok going down to that, and now with just Moose alive, but no one to heal. I mean, it's going to be a small Uber advantage, but nothing crazy as CouldaBeenRecords squeaks their way out of this with some type of advantage. I mean, at least they can hold mid, but that was a little dicey there as they're just kind of peeking into Saw. Team ASD could maybe go for a quick play here, but it looks like they're just going to elect to play the disad, play it super slow, look for CouldaBeenRecords push into second here. But they are evening the Ubers up.
Yeah, the Ubers are relatively even here. It wasn't very much ad to begin with, as CouldaBeenRecords only managed to squeak away with about 20% before ASD started to build.
Right.
Smokey's going to go down over here. Now it's going to be Doorknob dropping as well. Greg Club going to be able to find a nice 2-kill there, and that's going to be the end of the second hold for ASD as Shinoda goes down as well to Fist. I mean, this is just not looking good for ASD. They will have Uber to hold if they can get Doorknob and Smokey up in time, which it looks like they will. But I do think it's going to be CouldaBeenRecords coming in from lower, not even going to be using their Uber yet, going to be holding on to it for the right moment. And they don't even need it, as no one is able to get out of spawn in time. Maybe they're a little too scared, and they're going to sit inside as CouldaBeenRecords makes their first cap in 4 minutes here. A little bit slower than their previous matchup, but you know, time will tell if they'll be able to keep this momentum up, and if we'll see a quick game, or if we'll see ASD start to wake up and lock in a little bit here and turn things around.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, that last push was very, very decisive. So it clearly they can take advantage. CouldaBeenRecords can take advantage of the fact that ASD is not really able to collapse on that point. But as a soldier comes in here for a quick bomb, 2 players going down on the side of Team ASD, and as they lose 3 for this mid, Paperclip going down as well. The demo, that's going to be the mid for CouldaBeenRecords once again, pushing them out. And now with even Ubers, they're going to be walking on a second, as both scouts are just looking to get that info. Another great mid for CouldaBeenRecords, as now they're going to be going on to last with even Ubers. And again, I mean, they've shown they can play with speed. So, oh my goodness, completely denied. Fortis trying to go in for a bomb, gets destroyed by that soldier. But oh wow, 2 going down on the side of CouldaBeenRecords. Not the best for them, as this could be an opportunity. No, with demo down on Team ASD, this kind of just equalizes. Both teams are just going to play it slow. It'll be interesting to see in the stalemate. I mean, with that last round, could have been records showing that they can do the same exact thing they did to We Love Gambling. They just go right on the point, and if Team ASD is not going to be there to contest it, then tough luck, because could have been records will be there. But they do have the sentry up, and as they get Shoe Shocker on Sniper here, looking to maybe get a sneaky pick on either the, I believe, is he on the left or the right spawn? Oh, he's just chilling in spawn.
Yeah, he's on the left spawn. I think he's just playing
Waiting
more
for that shutter
defense. Yeah, he's waiting for them to kind of come through shutter, but doesn't look like he's going to be rewarded for that kind of patience. He's kind of rotating between the spawns as well, just depending on, you know, what kind of info he's being given. Playing sniper in your spawn here, especially on Snake, because the spawns are so far apart, you have to have a lot of trust in your team to hold them at bay, but also keep them in that doorway long enough for you to be able to rotate if you happen to be on the other side. The sentry is going to go down, but it doesn't matter. Smokey is going to be able to find a 2-for-1 rocket pick onto Fist and Fortis. Going to be opening up a good window for ASD to try and push out of their last, but I'm not sure if this is what they want to do, but I think it is, because Shinoda finds Cudix. No demo alive for the side of Could Have Been Records here. Greg Club is able to find Shinoda, though. It does look like they're going to be using in for some reason on Could Have Been Records, but they're not going to be able to really get anything. Maybe it's an attempt to get that Uber out, and I do think they succeed in that regard. And they're just going to let it even out.
Yeah, I believe an exchange went out. Maybe Team ASD had gotten forced trying to push out there, and with players down on the side of Could Have Been Records, they did maybe try to make a play in the spawn, but with no one there to support it, just kind of even and equalized. And now with a soldier coming in, we're just trying to maybe make a play on someone. Oh my goodness!
Does find Brown Sugar,
not able to find anything. Lots of damage and picks coming out. Looks like just players dropping left and right on the side of Could Have Been Records. I don't know if they're trying to maybe get some peeks off to get the sentry down, but so many players going down. And Moose, oh my goodness, Moose just barely making it out as Team ASD finds their way out of last here, hopefully in an attempt to turn it around. As with 22 minutes left, I mean, they have a ton of time here. Only one round on the board. We just need to see them start to turn it around and show some aggression here that'll really stop Could Have Been Records in their tracks. So it's up to them as they let the Ubers even out to get ready for the sack, or most likely a sack from Could Have Been Records. As Could Have Been is making their way into Saw, just getting some peeks off. Not really looking to make a sack play. Ibuprofen fan, barely making it out. Barely making it out of lower.
Just barely.
It looks like,
look at this fist.
Soldier going in. Not able to find anything, unfortunately. Might see a counter sack come out from the side of Team ASD. Could Have Been Records preparing for it, definitely.
Shinoda going from catwalk, landing on top of AT. Doesn't divert his attention over towards Moose, so comes up just shy of the shack.
With Doorknob down, though, I mean, Could Have Been Records is maybe looking to push the envelope here, make some space. Soldier coming in, Fortis trying to make a bomb play, get some damage off, but not able to find any picks for it. Now with just both scouts in the med, they do get Team ASD to Uber, and Moose is milking that Uber completely. They actually do not have to use it all. Scout does go down, and with a few players down, they might have to slow down this push. But with full Uber ad, this is looking very good for Could Have Been Records. And now Team ASD is kind of just forced to go for a last-ditch effort play. Doorknob maybe looking for something on catwalk there, but he is going to go down. And now Team ASD is just going to have to cut their losses and play passive, getting ready to leave last.
Yeah, I think Team ASD here is, they realize they've messed up here. Does look like they're going to be sending in Shinoda for a last-second, salvage attempt, but is going to be met by Fortis. Doesn't commit to the beam, which I think is his downfall there. Turns around to try and fight whoever came and, landed on top of him. But doesn't work out well for him, as now it's going to be Greg Club capping at that point, and now it's going to be the Uber coming out from lower. It's going to be Focus going on to the heavy. Kudik's going to be able to find the pick onto Doorknob. The counterpop does come off from the side of ASD, but it's looking pretty bad in terms of Uber for the side of Could Have Been Records, but I don't really think it matters. Look at that cap time so much, and they're all distracted. There's nobody on top of the point right now. Could Have Been Records could just throw some bodies at it. Smokey's very low. The demo's low as well. If anyone could look at these players and they would just explode, that would be a win for Could Have Been Records. And that's exactly what they are going to do, is they're going to make that second round blue.
Yeah, could have been records once again showing. I mean, they made so much noise on that right side. There's no one, absolutely no one there to defend their team ASD's own right side spawn. And I believe a scout just, I think Red Club, once he capped second, he just walked right on in and onto the point, got so much cap time, and it kind of just snowballed from there. So once again, I mean, could have been records showing they have very, very, very strong cohesion. They just kind of have that, they're in that flow state. They kind of know what they need to do, what each player kind of wants to do, and what openings to exploit. So Team ASD really has to, step up their game here, as they do find the demo early in this mid pick. This is very, very good for Team ASD. Is able to allow them some aggression as they try to collapse onto Could Have Been Records, but they do lose 2 in the process. Doorknob going down, and now they're gonna have to slow down the push, but thankfully they do win the mid going to Team ASD with the Ubers evening out. So this could be Team ASD's chance to maybe turn things around, take their first round here. Soldier going in for the bomb. Oh, beautiful drop coming in, completely turning things around. And now this is an even bigger advantage for Team ASD. Now with full Uber advantage, they unfortunately don't have their demo. So it is going to be a little bit scary. Oh my goodness, he just walks right by and just meat shots him for the force, and now that advantage is just completely disappeared. The team's now pretty much at even Ubers. Thankfully, with Team ASD is still at last. Unfortunately, now they're just going to have to park the bus unless they want to go for maybe a crazy dry push. But it looks like they're going to elect to just build it out and reset for a sack play.
Yeah, it looks like.
I mean, man,
it looks like Could Have Been Records is kind of in a decent position here, at least to hold last. They're not going to be pushing out. I mean, it is Snakewater last. Everyone's familiar with it. Stalemate Haven. I mean, you never push out a Snakewater last unless you have like crazy player ad, or you just see that they're not even on second. You have to clear every single doorway like twice over. You have to be super careful if you want to push out of Snake last. So I don't think we're going to be seeing Could Have Been Records pushing out anytime soon, unless, there's a super botched push from Team ASD. But it seems like they've started to group up a little bit more. They've started to play a little bit more together. Red Club is up on the sniper and is going to be peeking lobby here, trying to find himself a pick, and he is going to find Shinoda. That is going to open up a window for Could Have Been Records if they want to try and feed someone, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. As Fist tries to land on top of the beam, that's one.
Oh my god! It's beautiful. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Fist with a beautiful drop onto the bed, completely destroying any type of even Ubers that was happening right there. They said no stalemate here, but oh my goodness, we have Shoe Shocker Cheese walking in, almost making a play, but they are going to find it as they walk out on the second here, and Could Have Been Records completely turning that around as they walk on to mid here.
This single-handedly getting his team's second point there in full Uber ad just by landing a nice 2-rocket air shot onto MetaMock there. Definitely going to be something that goes into the montage. He's going to look for the reaction to that, and he's going to put that in the montage too, because holy... It does look like Could Have Been Records is wanting to break their way into second early here, maybe force the Uber out from the side of MetaMock before they try and maybe push into last. But I think what they're going to be doing here is just pretty standard. They're going to gear up for a sack maybe, but no, it looks like ASD wants to take the exchange, and they're going to bomb Brown Sugar very far forward. Going to be landing in lower, right on top of Moose. Moose has no Uber target. He's all alone. Moose gets killed here. Oh no. It's not looking good for the side of Could Have Been Records here, but yeah, there's a back cap threat. Not anymore,
unfortunately.
And Shoe Shocker finds Fortis, and
yeah, I believe that was very, very interesting. I think I'm not sure if Could Have Been Records was anticipating Team ASD to just go right back in on them like that, but it seemed like they were trying to get MetaMock with their Uber going into mid, and just not successful. So now as they try to push back out on the mid here with disadvantage, they're just going for the straight aggression. They feel like they have the DM advantage. Red Club going down. Unfortunately, they do lose AT as well. There's now multiple players going down on the side of Could Have Been Records, and they're going to have to back up, taking the fight on Disad to maybe find some type of salvage play, and unfortunately losing it now with an even bigger disadvantage. Team ASD walking on to second with their Uber almost completely up. It's looking like this is going to be a round for them as long as they play their cards right. I mean, huge advantage for them as they try to walk out, use the Uber immediately, looking for the demo. Crazy finally goes down. Sentry trying to come up. They get so much cap time though, as CouldaBeenRecords is just barely making it to the point with the heavy, the soldier and the scout trying to find it. So many players going down.
Oh.
But they're able to collapse on the point, and Team ASD is able to take the first round just like that. I mean, whew, so much back and forth.
Greg Klug just barely able to get onto the point as Putis there, but it's not quite enough. It's too little, too late. As there's no one to really arrow tank him, no one to really keep him alive, and unfortunately, for CouldaBeenRecords, there goes their flawless. But they do still have an opportunity to claw it back and make it a 5-1 victory and secure themselves a comfy position in the grand finals. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, as we still have to fight this current mid out with 14 minutes actually left on the match clock before, oh my goodness, before main time kicks in. Fist getting air piped there, and it's going to be Fortis going down as well. AT going to find Smokey, and Cutic's going to find Shinoda there, so it's not all doom and gloom for the side of CouldaBeenRecords, as they do manage to find 2 picks for it. But Doorknob and Shoeshocker are going to be able to pinch on Greg Club here, as now it's going to be Shoeshocker walking forward right onto Moose, maybe going to be able to find the pick as well. Yes, he will!
Gets it.
Shoeshocker with the pistol RNG is going to be able to get lucky. RNG's his favorite Shoeshocker today. And he is going to be able to find a couple picks for his troubles. And that's going to secure ASD a comfy spot on second with full Uber ad ready to, shove their way into last.
Yeah, ASD, it looks like they're slowly finding their form here against CouldaBeenRecords. It was a shaky start, but now, I mean, with another mid one and walking on a last once again with full Uber advantage, if they're able to close this out and tie it up, I mean, with only 13 minutes left on the clock, I'm sure you're feeling great right now. CouldaBeenRecords, like you said, now with their flawless gone, almost looking like they might be tied up with this team. Sentry Gun going down along with Fist, as so much cap time already on the point for Team ASD. The heavy tries to come out, but it is not fast. Greg Club is not fast enough this time as the rounds tie up. Team ASD taking the 4th round, and now, I mean, the momentum's in Team ASD's favor. They've shown we're not out. This is a real fight. You're gonna have to work for this win. I mean, it really could go either way. I mean, with 12 minutes left, we're gonna have to see if maybe CouldaBeenRecords has a different strategy for this mid, or if they're just gonna try to play it more aggressive or more passively. Because right now they were winning the first few mids, but they're starting to struggle a little bit here.
Yeah, CouldaBeenRecords is not having much luck here, but it does look like they're going to be going for some kind of bomb. It is going to be AT getting in onto Smokey there, tending him into the own zone as Cutix finds Doorknob here. Oh, what a pipe from Cutix as well.
Wow.
Throwing the football right to MetaMock, and he catches it. Going to be able to secure themselves a nice med kill, potentially even a demo kill if they're quick enough. But no, they want to focus their efforts on Shoeshocker back here. They're going to try and take this man down, but they're completely leaving Cutix all alone on mid. Now, I don't think he's under much threat. This is kind of scary. I do think they're going to be able to link up with him in time, as Shoeshocker is still in on second. This is a player, behind them that they don't have to worry about. They can just waddle forward and take the 65 onto second. But it looks like they're going to be taking down Shoeshocker behind them. They're going to be going for the 4v6 on point here. As actually, it's a 4v0. As ASD doesn't even bother contesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Wow.
Force or anything.
Yeah, Team ASD. I mean, they had the Shoeshocker behind. Yeah. And not really taking advantage of the players being split up. But as CouldaBeenRecords walks in here with a bit of Uber advantage, they already get over half cap time, and they get the Uber off. But unfortunately, Team ASD does have an Uber of their own to save the point, and now it's kind of scramble time for some of the players that CouldaBeenRecords. They are trying to coalesce back on the left side to reaggress. Soldiers coming in for a beautiful bomb, getting so much damage. Oh my goodness! Double bomb for the Soldiers, getting so much damage off, and then Fortis finishing off with a little bit of Minecraft action, a little bit of pickaxing.
I mean, hey,
going down. That's a way to break the tie. CouldaBeenRecords still reminding Team ASD that, hey, you might be beating us in rounds, but we're not out of the fight either. So again, so back and forth.
Just giving a reminder that, like, hey, You got 2 lucky rounds, but we're still the kings here. We're still on top. We're the top dogs here. So they're gonna try and find their way into. Yeah, I think CouldaBeenRecords is really determined on finding their way into that grand finals position. But Cutix here getting launched up into the air very low. Beam has to take a minute to heal him up, and now the health is just overall horrible for the side of CouldaBeenRecords. Fist is on literally 1 HP and is forced to go all the way to Saw and wait for that pack. But I don't think it matters, as 2 players are down for the side of Team ASD. Shoeshocker dying very early, and then Shinoda dying a little bit later. That's going to be a mid secured for the side of CouldaBeenRecords. But now we're looking at it as CouldaBeenRecords is in grass. They're trying to get in, but look at this. Ford is getting so much damage and value. Now it's going to be fist bombing in from behind. Landing on Bats is going to be able to find one. Going to be able to find that demo. It is going to be Shoeshocker and Doorknob finding 18 fists respectively, but they do use Uber for those picks, and CouldaBeenRecords hasn't popped at all. They haven't even considered pressing the right click button just yet. So I think CouldaBeenRecords here might be painting this round blue, as they aim to make it a 4-2 score line with 9 minutes left on the board and counting, just about 4 minutes left in the round. Plenty of time to maybe let this point exchange hands, maybe do a little back and forth, maybe do an exchange. But it looks like the sentry going to be going down here, and I think CouldaBeenRecords wants to take this through right shutter as we are waiting for the sticky to be placed. Maybe watch a bomb come through. It is a very late use though. Demo does finally bomb out. Putis is out on the right side. Nobody's looking over at him just yet. They need to get this Uber out, or they need to kill the beam just before, and it looks like they're going to be able to find it at the last second with a 98% drop. Oh no, it's a full drop here, and it's going to be a full team wipe for the side of ASD, as there's only Demo and 2 soldiers left on the point. Brown Sugar going to be able to hit a nice pipe, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, as Ford is able to get a nice 2-for-1 and is going to be able to help his team convert that into a 4-2 lead for CouldaBeenRecords. This is match point now.
Yeah, I mean, CouldaBeenRecords kind of reshaping themselves on the spot here. It looked like they were having a little bit of some trouble against Team ASD, but it looks like all of that has been forgotten so soon, as they've just taken 2 rounds just like that. So now it's really up to Team ASD to respond. With only 7.5 minutes left, though, the pressure's on. I mean, they can't give up any other rounds, but immediate soldier double bomb coming in, trying to find some damage. They almost find him. They do get cut finally, but it's not going to be enough, as they trade so many players of their own on the side of Team ASD. And now, as they try to do a last-ditch effort, collapse onto the players on CouldaBeenRecords, they do find him in lower, and that's going to be the mid for Team ASD. So much scrapping back and forth. Early double bomb coming in, getting good damage. CouldaBeenRecords almost responding, but Team ASD with a good collapse on the lower was able to take it there. I mean, again, maybe this is the momentum coming back. This has been so back and forth. Like, CouldaBeenRecords has shown like, oh no, we're not supposed to lose this, but Team ASD is kind of like, well, hold on, we might be able to take some rounds here. I mean, it all happens so fast. It seems like, because these teams will stalemate for a while, and then all of a sudden, it seems like one of them will win decidedly over one play. So
I mean, that is the spirit of Snakewater.
Truly, yeah.
And I think
you can roll so fast.
With ASD finally getting themselves a mid, it's very stark contrast to what we've seen these last couple mids. But it's going to be a very early Uber, ignoring what I'm talking about, previously. It's going to be a very early Uber coming out from the side of ASD, but they don't get any picks with it at all. They only manage to find themselves on second here, and this leaves them open. This leaves them exposed to a counter pop from the side of CouldaBeenRecords. But maybe they won't even do that. Maybe they'll. Oh no, they definitely are. As the Uber comes out, it's going to be Cutix bombing in 2 yard, not quite able to find any damage yet. And it is going to be, I believe this is Shinoda getting a lot of damage, and it is going to be AT going down of all people. Now going to be trading out with Greg Club finding Smokey. So it's not all terrible. It's not a wasted Uber. They do finally manage to find somebody. It is a scout for a soldier though, which is a little bit unfortunate for the side of CouldaBeenRecords, having that anti-air. Very important, especially when you want to push into mid here, but doesn't look like they're going to have that, at least for the time being, as Doorknob tries to pressure through lower, getting themselves in through kitchen here. I don't know if I mean, I don't really know what the plan of CouldaBeenRecords is here. I don't know if they know how much disad they're on, but I think they realize now as they see the shiny men fly towards them. It is going to be Brown Sugar, not quite able to find anything just yet. Is actually going to get taken down by Fist. Fist finally going to be triggered out by Doorknob here, and that is going to be an Uber just for a second yet again. I mean, we just saw that happen. It is going to be Fortis bombing forward, going to be able to find Doorknob now, and now it's going to be Shinoda going down to the hands of Greg Club as well, immediately reversing that point into the hands of CouldaBeenRecords. And now keeping that Uber as well. Going to be waddling into mid with full Uber ad, as I think ASD is just going to give it here as they set up traps and back their way out through Catwalk, Lower, and Saw.
Yeah, this time CouldaBeenRecords electing not to use through. They're going to save the Uber. They recognize we can just take this one for free. Will they attempt to maybe? Oh my goodness! An amazing trap from Paperclip. Finding the demo there on the side of CouldaBeenRecords. Going to be a very, very good pick to buy some time and let the Ubers even out. And now they're going to look to get a Soldier high bomb there, but Doorknob also finding a pick. Going to be huge. Might be. Oh my goodness, he gets another pick from forwards. This is huge exchange coming out from Saw, and now both teams kind of just looking for positioning. CouldaBeenRecords mainly just pulling out of there now. It's like, okay, never mind. I guess we're just going to go. And now Team ASD has a big advantage here, or a big opportunity to take it right back onto mid. No Ubers available for either team. It's just going to be a dry fight pushing out onto mid. Both teams trading damage. Fortis trying to keep that height. Oh my goodness, double bomb coming in. Tons of damage.
Finds Greg Club.
They're going to find Greg Club and Moose. Huge picks coming out from the side of Team ASD, but they are going to... Oh my goodness. But CouldaBeenRecords is going to respond with picks of their own. So many players down, but with just Fortis left, it's going to be a full wipe for CouldaBeenRecords and the mid for Team ASD.
I mean, that's just brutal. ASD came in, they had a plan, and they knew exactly what they were going to do with it. I think the Soldier Bomb did come in a little bit late, but they managed to play around that. They figured out, you know, hey, it might be late, but we've got all this chaos in their backline now. Doorknob's able to get in through Lower and just deal so much damage, finds a clean pick there. Hudix going down as well leaves a lot of doorways open for ASD to just push in there. And speaking of Hudix going down, Hudix is going to get taken down by Shinoda as he pushes out with the rest of his team very far behind him, a little too overzealous there, and is going to get punished for it. As now we witness even players, no demo on the side of CouldaBeenRecords, so I think ASD is feeling a little confident. They might want to take this in, as we do see a high bomb coming in from Shinoda, now fading towards grass. Isn't going to go for anything too committed here. Knows they could get mulched if they land pretty much anywhere, really. It is going to be slowly walking forward as Shinoda comes in from height, going to be landing on bats, now walking into lobby, maybe looking to bomb onto Greg Club here. Is going to get taken down, though, as Smokey and Shinoda goes down. Moose does die here, though, so no beam alive for the side of CouldaBeenRecords, and I think that may just be the round, though I'm not too certain, as CouldaBeenRecords could definitely get their spawners up. Does look like Shoeshocker wants to chase down Fist here. Might be getting a little too greedy as Greg Club shows up. Is going to be able to find him, though. Fist does go down very, very late. He does a 15-second respawn. That's one player that's not even going to be able to try and defend last. Greg Club going to be going down on top of the point here. He's going to be able to bomb in and defend that point with his life. Shoeshocker coming in from behind, going to be landing two back shots, but it's not quite enough as Hudix lands two lock and load pipes, two Hail Marys. Going to be saving them that point for the time being, but it doesn't matter as Metamok is able to find a kill onto, I believe, I'm not sure who they found that kill onto. I believe it was
I think he killed Moose with
yeah,
melee.
I think it was Moose with the swampy. And that's going to be the third round for ASD, so they're very close to tying it up. Still match point for CouldaBeenRecords, but we could see this go either way.
Yeah, I mean, this has been so back and forth. So many times each team has just taken it handily, been like, no, okay, we're just going to take this round just like that. And then all of a sudden you see the other team just start taking advantages and taking opportunities and winning fights. So it'll be interesting to see as this next mate comes out. Double bomb coming in from ASD. Team ASD not able to find anything there as they lose two from the double bomb. Soldier still in behind, though, in Saw, trying to go lower. They are finally going to find him, and as 3 goes down for Team ASD, that is going to be the mid for CouldaBeenRecords. Mid 4 match point here. Looking to close it out. They're trying to finally take it home here, take it to grand finals. Will they be able to do it, or will Team ASD be able to pull something out here? I mean, CouldaBeenRecords' last places have been looking very solid so far, so it'll be a tall task. Going in, trying to find something, not gonna get it. Trying to get the demo. Oh my goodness, Paperclip deleting that person, giving them a taunt saying, do not do that.
Brown Sugar's just going to hit the double pipe onto AT there. I mean,
yeah, with 2 players down, it's time for Team ASD. They do get the immediate force off onto CouldaBeenRecords. An exchange coming out here in lobby is going to slow them down a bit. But, I mean, that's going to give CouldaBeenRecords some time to get their players up and hopefully hold mid as they try to pull out here. But players still trading. Paperclip getting a ton of damage into Saw, but he's not going to find any more picks than he did. And, I mean, good push out from Team ASD. It's still in the fight, still showing that they've got fight left in them.
Yeah, banning time has kicked in here, so I mean, not like it matters for the win limit, but this does give ASD, you know, that extra little bit of time that they probably do need to claw their way back and maybe potentially make this a reverse sweep. You never know. We've seen crazier happen, so I mean, time will tell. But you know, right now it is favoring CouldaBeenRecords in the health department, in the Uber department. Actually, no, not even in the Uber department anymore, because it looks like ASD is building, hard building to try and get this Uber in time, as they know that if they don't, could be the end of the game for them. It does look like CouldaBeenRecords knows that, though. They heard the call, they heard the metagun crackle, you know, whatever they may have heard that tipped them off to it. But looks like both teams here just anticipating the sack. CouldaBeenRecords just prepping themselves for the sack, and I think they're trying to find a way in, but they need pressure. Hopefully they'll be able to find some pressure from somewhere, so maybe Fist or Fortis can find their way in through window, maybe through Saw. Shoot, even through lower, you could try and get a sack through, but it does look like Fist going to be going in through window, going to be landing on top of Brown Sugar. Not quite what they're looking for, I feel, in that sack, but you got to go for what is closest if you can't find the beam, and that would happen to be the demo there. So they're not going to be able to find him, and now AT is going to go down to Brown Sugar, going to be taking out his revenge for the sack attempt onto AT there. Going to be rough for CouldaBeenRecords to be able to hold this, as Smokey is now up on height. Going to be spamming CouldaBeenRecords from behind now, jumping away as Fortis tries to get him. Red Club does get the crater. Doorknob going to be able to find Fortis now. It is looking like CouldaBeenRecords is kind of forced to back up here, but maybe not, as the Ubers are in play still. Could be an exchange happening on the point at any moment here. Hopefully, if you're a CouldaBeenRecords fan, you know, they're able to get that Uber out just a little bit early and then pop, you know, right as people are about to die. But it does look like they're going to be able to get Doorknob here, and it does look like Metamawk is relatively unharmed, while, well, now not anymore, as people are just flooding in. It looks like Brown Sugar is going to get taken down. AT is going to be able to find Shinoda as well. Fist is going to be bombing in through lower, looking for the beam, going to be landing right on top of him. Lands in Africa, though, unfortunately. Fortis comes in. The off timing throws Metamawk off, isn't able to pop in time, and does get dropped, and now it's a full team wipe for the side of ASD. And folks, I think I know how this match is going to end up, as CouldaBeenRecords hasn't even pressed right click yet. Looking to bomb Qdix in. Qdix bombs forward, but he gets denied by Doorknob. What a shot! But I don't think he matters all too much. Two CouldaBeenRecords. They still have that Uber. They might be able to find Shinoda. Pyro does manage to deflect the soldier off of the point. Fortis does get blown up by a nice trap from Brown Sugar. Is able to deny the point. And that's a botched last push from the side of CouldaBeenRecords. They're wiping as they try and leave last here. They're scrambling. The chaos wreaked by losing Qdix there, I think, just completely beefed their Uber. And you know what? I'm wrong. I did not know how that was going to go.
I mean, I don't blame you at all. I mean, Team ASD pulling it back from the brink of the brink there, getting that kill on, like you said, I think that very much unraveled into chaos for CouldaBeenRecords as they pushed into last there. And that ultimately culminated in a wipe, as now Team ASD is looking to maybe go for another mid push with even Ubers, going for an exchange, trying to catch them out. They're looking for anybody, but they're all standing on top of the points.
Oh no.
And now CouldaBeenRecords has full Uber advantage as they look to collapse onto mid at the rest of Team ASD players, trying to find anything, but they lose 3 in the process. So now CouldaBeenRecords Uber is just as bad.
Yeah, this is not
Team ASD's Uber looked bad because they couldn't find the combo, but they found everyone else, and now Team ASD is completely turning this around. Brown Sugar trapping the forward spawn, making sure no one else is going to come out, and it's looking like Team ASD might be able to, I mean, with small Uber disadvantage, mind you, they might be able to turn this around, though. I mean, we didn't think they were going to be here right now, so but Browns, and they lose 2 there. They were way too forwards, unfortunately. And with a demo down on the side of Team ASD, that's going to be very, very rough. They already are at small disadvantage, so could have been records is actually looks like they're going to be taking this right back to their second. So again, just back and forth and back and forth. We don't know what's going to happen. These players are surprising us at like every corner right now.
Yeah, ASD is pulling out all the stops here. I mean, they want to find themselves in that grand finals. They want to find themselves at least, the $150 to receive and divvy up between the 6 of them. But I do think, oh my God, Smokey!
No,
what the hell? Smokey gets in, takes down Moose, gets the drop. Now the Uber coming out from the side of ASD. They're going to be able to find AT as well. Maybe even Greg Club if they're quick enough to react, but I don't think so.
Wait, Fist with the back half. Okay, no, he does not get the back half.
I genuinely thought the back half was going to go through. I genuinely thought Greg Club was going to be able to get in time. Cudix may be able to find themselves in, but no, not quite. And that's going to be second cap for ASD. Not going to lose to a C9 today, at least for right now, as they still have time to tie the score up 4-4 and make it match point across the board. Greg Club is running the sniper in forward strat, but he's keeping the door wide open, which may not be the best decision. He is instantly spotted by Doorknob, so they know not to peek this unless they want to bring a sniper of their own or maybe bomb it. But yeah, Greg Club is kind of stuck up on sniper here unless he wants to swap and run all the way from last. Is going to find Doorknob, though, and backs away just in time for the soldier to not take him down. That is going to be 2 players away from second here, and now it is going to be an Uber coming in from the side of ASD. It is very, very bad, though. They're not quite able to find anything besides Cudix, and I believe that's just because they were caught. It is going to be Fist caught behind as well, though, so it might not be too terrible for the side of ASD, all things considered. But, man, it is not looking great for the side of CouldaBeenRecords at the current moment, as they are just getting thrown back into their last over and over and over again. Hopefully we'll be able to see them, come back and turn that around. But I mean, the momentum shift that we've witnessed is crazy.
I know. This Team ASD keeps. I'm still kicking. Like I got new tricks. You keep pushing us back to last. I got something new to show you. Now another soldier bomb coming in. Looks like they're trying to make a play behind both soldiers on Team ASD, trying to cause some chaos here on the side of CouldaBeenRecords. Smokey gonna go down, trying to find a pick, and they're not gonna be able to find much of anything else. But with the Uber coming out actually on the side of Team ASD, maybe looking for some type of important picks, they're not gonna find anything, and now they're just kind of scrapping and losing players.
Wait, Brown Sugar's coming in from lower on the point.
No, they do find him. But do we still have one on last? Doorknob going in through lower. They do have a soldier though, so he gets spotted. He's gonna give that up. He's gonna be like, never mind. I'm gonna go for a cheeky med play here through, and not gonna be enough. So again, CouldaBeenRecords almost losing that round there, but still able to make it back. And like you were saying, just every time they think they're about to just finally close this out, bring it to grand finals, they keep getting pushed back, and with the sniper and forward, Shoeshocker almost making a play, not going to find anything. CouldaBeenRecords is going to work their way right back onto Team ASD second and try to make this push once again. And with full Uber ad and a player down, there's no better opportunity than now if you're CouldaBeenRecords. Then that's exactly what they're going to do as they try to use into left here potentially. They do get the demo, almost lose the scout. Looking for the sentry, gets tons of damage. They already find 2. On Smokey and Brown Sugar. It's so much cap time.
They're all weak on top of the point. It's going to be Fist bombing in from the back right side, and that is going to be the game. 4 CouldaBeenRecords taking it home 5-3. And as soon as we talked about momentum shift, we just saw it completely, turn over. The coin flipped, and it landed in CouldaBeenRecords' favor as they just started waddling their way through the points. They didn't care. They were going to take home that spot in Grands, whether ASD liked it or not.
Yeah, CouldaBeenRecords showing that they can take these rounds decisively. I mean, Team ASD giving them a run for their money, though. I mean, they so many times there where you're like, oh, Team ASD, this might be it for them. And then they took it right back to CouldaBeenRecords last. They were like, no. We're actually probably going to take a round real quick. And they did. Like you said, 5-3. CouldaBeenRecords very much felt the pressure there as they were trying to take it to grand finals, but eventually they do. And I mean, great plays all around and great bombs once again from, I believe that was Fist who hit that air shot. That was
Yeah, excellent
crisp.
air
That was
shots.
crisp. It was beautiful. But I mean, both teams showing that, you know, just like you said, the momentum shift can happen so fast. One play and all of a sudden this team is on the back foot, flying all the way back to their last, and now you don't know what's going to happen next. So, I mean, very, very back and forth, very fun, very surprising game, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see more from both. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was an exciting match to look at. Another reminder, Horse Run Monthly has merchandise, exclamation point merch in the chat. You can use code HorseRun for 10% off. Some designs are printed, some designs are embroidered. They have a pair of sweatpants or joggers or whatever you want to call them. Those have an embroidered Horse Run Monthly logo up on, I believe, the left thigh. So a lot of good looking apparel here. They've got some hats, they've got some hoodies, they've got shirts. They come in all kinds of colors. You can get a variant of, you can get a polo variant shirt, you can get a polo variant hoodie. They even have Soul Melter Smash merch as well, if that's something that interests you. But yeah, I think that'll do it for us, at least temporarily, as we go to a short break. But yeah, we will see you soon.